Anton do whatever they want. They used comic on civilians. On your own people.
And how precisely would you have suggested I stop them?
Call on the crows? Ask for our help?
So you can murder a few Antam here and there, giving them an excuse to retaliate against even more citizens? We have enough trouble already, or have you forgotten the Blight?
I can't believe you're defending them.
I am not defending anyone, Jacobus.
You're letting them be a part of this? My cousin died because the governor didn't stop the Antam from taking over.
Jacobus?
I'm fine. But I'm not going to be a part of this.
Well, now that unpleasantness is dealt with, about your mysterious informant.
Whoever they are, they know the Antam and Treviso.
Your message made it sound like this informant also knows where the gods are staging their ritual.
Treviso does not need this troublemaker. This should be left to proper officials.
It very much concerns Rook. We have a contact who offers access to the Butcher and privileged information on the gods.
A chance to find your gods and to free the city. A prize for both our causes.
Both are important. Strong with the crows, strong against the gods.
Someone else seems to think so. The contact knows the city and the Antam.
How do you know it's for real?
They gave us patrol patterns. Dreadnought arrivals. Their information is real.
And you didn't share this with me?
People in this city continue to sicken and die. Do you not have other more pressing matters to attend to?
So where are we meeting?
Near the field hospital, where the market used to be.
And they asked for me, not you or Viago.
Even with what happened to Treviso, your fight against the gods is spoken of by many. You have respect, and no small admiration.
From who, though? That's the question.
There's really no clue who it is.
They're foolish enough to think crows are reliable. That's a clue about their worth.
They promise help.
So do you when you're not killing each other. Treviso deserves better.
It's getting the best.
That has yet to be proven.
Hypothetically, what if I'm walking into an ambush?
I would prepare for one.
Not everything is an adder in the wardrobe.
I said to prepare. I didn't say not to go.
What about the human help the Antam was getting? You have any leads on that?
We continue what you started. The other Talons are turning over every stone.
You trust them? Not even your first Talon is safe from your infighting.
We are all Antivan crows.
And yet those of us sworn to Treviso are beneath you.
I'll talk with this mystery contact.
And the rest of us will hope not to get caught in your crossfire again.
If we can remove the Butcher and weaken the Antam, then perhaps Treviso can start to heal from the Blight. With luck, this informant is our key to that. Find them, Rook. Hear what they have to say. Our informant is near the field hospital, Rook.
They said you'd know them on sight.
Remember, there are injured people there. Don't damage anything.
So we're supposed to meet this unknown contact? Feels like a trap.
We're fighting gods with the crows. I'm curious who would try to trap us. If our informant actually knows where Elganon and Gillenane are performing their next ritual, it's worth the risk. Okay. Iago and Taya said our informant is somewhere in the market. Let's find them. I just hope their supposed information about the god's location is actually true.
Rook, I presume.
The Butcher.
There's no need for that. Treviso is the trap, not this meeting. Please. So tense. I promise, I'll signal when it's time to fight.
Strange way to ambush someone.
I don't have to ambush anyone. You think I couldn't just march on the crows? Scattered Antom flock to me. I have the soldiers to raise your casino and every inch of this city.
But I'll bet there's no profit in actually winning.
There's money being made by the occupation, but not by me. I said Treviso was the trap, and I meant it. The Jewel of Antiva. She sings even while caged. Such purity in every stone. It's trapped my heart. I love this city.
You have a strange way of showing your affection.
I conquered it. I didn't betray it. Not like the cattle born here. You know there are traitors here. They ransom their own city. Literal gods stalk the land, but these filth worship their own purses. But you're different. You and the crows stay true to your roles. It means something when you die, and even more when you kill. You're as much a work of art as this city. And you want a secret from me.
If you really do love this city, you'll tell me where the gods are holding their ritual.
The gods, they give strength. But all they ask in return is everything. I can feel their corruption. I can hear their whispers. They're calling for a ritual. If I give in, I'll know where you need to go. But I will lose my jewel. My city! So... you live in a casino. Let us make a game of this. I will become what the gods want. Welcome their whispers. Meet me and show me if the crows deserve my city.
The Butcher was our contact, and he's letting himself fall to the fight. Finish them off. We need to go after the Butcher.
How's your job?
So the Butcher wants us to prove we're worthy of saving Treviso. That's what's happening.
I thought he was given into whatever the gods were doing.
Everyone's acting like normal. Like the Butcher hasn't gone nuts.
Who would believe it?
Safer to keep your head down, I guess.
Come. I wait among the drowned. I see what you need. Prove you deserve it.
Hear the shift in his voice? He's changing. There's the Butcher. He's a Reaver and fighting his own Antam.
That thing cannot answer questions.
We have to hope he's still in there.
I see you, Rook, and I see the rich. Go on. Attack me! Fight me! Win this city! This is the power the gods give!
Butcher, where is the ritual?
Now's your chance.
So beautiful, but not like Treviso. Final ritual, use it, Joel.
There's nothing left of him.
I see Tearstone Island! The ritual! Tearstone Island!
He's gone. And he named the ritual site Tearstone Island.
An Antam who kept his word. Guess Treviso really rubbed off on him.
He got the death he wanted. Good trade, I guess. And he gave us the information we came for.
Yes, truly the Butcher was a paragon of honor and virtue, and we are all devastated to see him go.
Eventually.
And now you have a location for your final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death? So go. Leave Treviso to those who deserve it. What's left of it, anyways.
You godless traitor! You weren't powerless against the Butcher, you were working with him!
I don't expect you to understand this, but sometimes governance means not showing your entire hand.
You sold Treviso out to the Antam.
I did what I did to help this city, to save it, to keep my people from being slaughtered like cattle by the Antam. And you let us suffer and sicken in favor of Menrathis. I gave up the crows, you gave up the whole city. Treviso is dying, Rook, and its killer wears your face.
I've met some terrible people lately, even without counting Elganon and Gillenane. You're right up there in some pretty august company. What if Treviso's people could have fought back? Could have rallied to the city's defense? But the Antam kept them weak, let them die. That happened because of a choice you made. I live with the consequences of my decisions. Can you say the same?
You live with nothing, Rook. You have the luxury of distraction, of defining all your actions by the greater good. So take your team to Tearstone Island. Face Elganon and Gillenane, strike them down. Or don't. Either way, Treviso is dying. But it's still mine. Leave its funerary rites to one who cared enough about this city to make themselves its villain.
It makes sense now. Every decision they made shows it.
The governor betrayed us all. And for what? A city that is sick, and whose recovery will be measured in years.
I take it you heard? The butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking. And the Antam fell in line?
Whatever the Antam are looking for, Eventu's giving it to them.
The Blight changes things. Even the Antam fear it. The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
If only we'd figured out it was Evenchi before all this started.
I wish the same. But regret does neither of us good.
We knew someone had delivered Treviso to the butcher. You brought us their name.
The hand that leashed Treviso. The butcher was the mouth, but the hand was Evenchi all along. They think they have the power in the Antam, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
Evenchi will be hiding, so we will hound their Antam and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again, we end this.
You're not concerned the gods will send the Antam more support?
The gods might come for us, but they're coming for everyone. I believe you are crafting the answer to that, and we will help as we can.
When Evenchi left, they made it sound like they were planning something.
I suspect it will be about restoring order as they see it, and that the crows will be first on their list.
Whatever the good governor's intent, we'll end it.
Evenchi keeps talking about restoring order and rebuilding Treviso. But what then?
I believe the good governor's plan was to risk the city to try and claim the nation. If the Antam beheaded the crows, who would merchant princes hire? Who would invaders fear?
As if the Antam would fill that role. This was a bookkeeper's angry grab at power.
We'll stop Evenchi.
The gods. Did you learn where they will be?
Tearstone Island. Evenchi confirmed it before they left.
We know the time to face Elgar'nan and Gillenane approaches, but it will not take us long to find Evenchi.
If you truly want to help Treviso recover from the Blight, help us deal with the governor.
We'll let you know when we'll make our move. And after that, Treviso will be free.
Good. We're past the Blight and no one heard our gondola. Where to now?
We go under the bridge.
We aren't going in through a sewer, are we?
No sewers in Treviso. The streets are barely above water as it is. There's a hidden escape route. That's our way inside. Over there. That's the entrance.
Your house has a secret escape route, and Ilario didn't post a guard on it.
Ilario doesn't know it's here.
Why not?
Katarina didn't even tell me about it. I found it playing here alone as a boy.
much trouble can one for the glory of Tavinta reborn?
Take him down! Stop dying! Said something about an old woman.
Katerina.
Katerina must be a difficult prisoner.
And here we are. Welcome to Villa de la Morte.
No wonder Ilario wants to inherit.
Home? Smells like dust and linseed oil. Don't say that when Katerina is in earshot.
So you lived here.
Ilario and I both did, until we were 18.
What about your parents?
Killed by a rival house. We would have ended up with Katerina anyway, to train.
Here comes trouble.
Intruders!
First the blight comes to my city, and now you want my house?
End this!
Say the word.
Now's your chance.
They've made themselves comfortable, but we'll get them out. What was it like, training under the First Talon?
Torture. Katerina was hard on us because she wanted us to leave.
You don't resent her?
Not anymore.
Hey! Take this shot!
No Venatori leave this house alive. The family rooms are up ahead. First her, and then we find what we seek.
gods themselves is at our command, and we're thwarted by a door?
The door's been barred from the inside.
So, we bust down the door and get attacked, probably?
Which is why I'll go first.
Katerina. Lucanis. My poor boy.
We'll escort you someplace safe before we go after Ilario.
You'll do no such thing. There's no time for heroic nonsense.
Heroic nonsense saved your grandson and is rescuing you now. I won't let Ilario do more damage.
Go. I'll meet you in the opera house.
I hope she can keep herself safe.
Welcome to House de la Morte, Rook.
Do you have a plan to deal with Ilario? Lucanis?
I'm working on it. The traitor deserves no mercy. This is it. Get ready.
You have a plan, right?
Knives are involved.
Katerina's death was a tragedy. But to get Lucanis back from the dead, only to lose him to a demon. For me, it is a deep, personal loss. And so, I take the mantle of First Talon with a heavy heart. But the crows could rise from the ashes. With our new allies, the Venatori, we could reclaim Antiva. Over my dead body. That can be arranged. Cannot overpower us both. Now you fall. Venatori, we honor your alliance. Now, the demon of Byzantium is here. You should have stayed dead, Lucanis. Focus on your forehead. You started this. I'm ending it. We need to close in. Fall back. Leave it out. Real to me. Look at you.
Hit him again!
Oh, sorry, Rook. Nothing personal.
They've got us trained. Dead now.
I will save Antino from the other. You're just standing in my way. Guys, you can make with him. This is
They're at range. Hold back. Leave Ilario to me.
This is when to use backup goes in. We've got it solved.
You're in for a surprise, Ilario.
Stay in cover.
What are you waiting for, cousin? Finish what you start. I already did. What am I ever going to do that is worse than this? On your knees, in front of every house.
Get up, Ilario.
Katerina, thank the Maker.
No one from House de la Morte kneels.
Mierda. What am I supposed to do with this idiot?
He tried to kill you and got you imprisoned. And kidnapped the first Talon. And made a deal with the Venatori.
Too much to forgive. But he's still all I've got. Iago, lock him up.
You think you can put me away? That is not your decision, is it? Caterina is still first Talon.
Enough, Ilario. Lucanes is first Talon now. His decision stands.
You're lucky he didn't cut your throat.
Welcome home, my boy.
A toast to the new first Talon.
To Lucanis!
Shall we make a discreet exit?
I'm ready, but are you sure? They're celebrating you.
I have other plans for the evening.
Really? You came all the way back here for coffee? The stuff in your villa wasn't good enough?
It's better if I make it myself. And I wanted some quiet.
So, first Talon of the Crows, huh? Does that mean you'll be leaving us?
No. We have a contract. Besides, she may have stepped down, but there's no stopping Katerina from giving all the orders. I still cannot believe she did that.
Are you holding up okay? After, you know, Ilario and your grandmother and everything.
I wouldn't call it okay, exactly. Fucking Ilario.
Do you regret putting him in prison?
No, not with Treviso in such chaos. The last thing I need is my full cousin causing more. Let Hilario sit and think on his mistakes. It may do him good.
I was surprised you spared him at all, really.
So was I. But I don't have a lot to lose. What there is, Hilario, Katarina, Nev, this team. I'm not giving that up.
Up for a trip to the Cobbled Swan?
Why? What's happening?
Nothing that I know of. With Aelia taken care of, I thought we'd check in. Maybe enjoy the Swan for once?
Cedar Siconia, back on stage. Where to see her, and who's the new friend?
Thought the cart was done when the Venatori grabbed me. You did a good job polishing her up.
I was happy to help. Besides, Nev might starve without your cart.
Yeah, well, free fish next time. You too, Gallus.
Sure, Hal. Rana, I've got someone for you to meet.
Right. I'm almost finished here.
Good reading? And here I thought you'd be working our cases.
I got a tip on a red lyrium smuggler who leaves coded messages in the paper. I placed a coded ad pretending to be a buyer. If the smuggler took the bait, I'll know where he's trading the goods.
Anything I can do to help?
Cooperative. Are you sure you're Nev's friend?
All right. What are we after?
We're looking for the phrase Virantium Brandy.
Got it.
Hold on. What's this? Nev, Gallus, and Rana Savas, investigators?
Right. That. I may have paid for another small advertisement.
You what?
If we want to help people, they need an easier way to find us. It's approachable.
I regret this already.
Darktown couldn't ask for better protectors.
Oh, it could, but we're all right.
There, Virantium brandy. I know where to stop the Red Lyrium deal. This one, anyway.
Good catch. You might work out after all. Still, I'd prefer you have backup when you need it. And if I'm not around... Rana, meet the Viper. I put in a word for you.
The Viper? You're real? Wait, a word? For what?
Come. It's time you met the Shadow Dragons.
Are you Nev Gallus?
How did you...
I saw your advertisement. I need your help.
Then you're in the right place.
Look at you. Darktown's hero.
Isn't that wholesome? I blame you. Have a seat. I'm guessing you've got a story.
It's
Spite will not stop demanding revenge for Treviso. Is there any more we can do?
Need an edge in the Hall of Valor? Go dent some helmets.
Retreating. The Warden's won.
Rook, good to see you. Heading out?
Rook, good. We have discovered what Ivenchi is planning for Treviso. The Butcher was making Kamek. It's a poison that sedates people, warps their minds.
A large portion of his Kamek went missing. Would you like to guess the culprit?
Ivenchi.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless, and now... Now Ivenchi will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
Who is Ivenchi planning to poison with the Kamek? Aside from the crows.
People who have spoken up too loudly against the Antam.
Anyone too friendly with the crows. I doubt Ivenchi is familiar with poisons. I guarantee the Kamek will spread to the rest of the city as well.
Destroying your own people's minds. How could Ivenchi do this?
By telling themselves there is nothing else to be done.
After the dragon attack, and then the blight, the governor is a coward who has given up on Treviso.
Better to poison the last of it themselves than let anyone else solve these things.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent Ivenchi from releasing the Kamek.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the crows against the rest of Ivenchi's forces in the city.
Understood.
There is something else. Jacobus stormed off earlier. He did not look well.
Look out for him, would you?
Of course. We'll head to the garrison.
Do you think Ivenchi would target the field hospital?
I would not put anything past them now. I heard the butcher was ready. That's crazy.
Almost there. There's the garrison.
Hey.
Onto the garrison and the governor.
You were saying?
Hey. Lucanus.
Yes?
You and Nev?
Yes.
Nice catch.
Thanks.
And Spite's good with her?
No talking. When her hat comes off, go play with wisps.
Okay.
The courtyard looks empty.
No guards. Where are the Antam?
Ivenchi must be further in. We clear the garrison this time. Ivenchi's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
Look! Intruders! We're gonna escape across the roof.
Everyone home. Right.
Darkspawn! The courtyard's full of them.
That explains why Evenchi's Anton were trying to run. Okay, now for Evenchi.
I will see you dead if it's the last thing I do before the flight takes me!
Careful. The air smells wrong.
Wait, are these Anton real?
I see the comic is working! It won't end any differently.
Don't you give up!
Watch it coming!
If that damned darkspawn at the gates hadn't scratched me, blighted me, if you hadn't interfered,
It wouldn't have made a difference.
neither will my death. My comic could have helped stabilize the city, but it's still blighted, dying. Nothing can save Treviso now.
The crows. The citizens helping each other through the dragon and the blight. They're already taking care of each other.
It won't last.
I think it can. And so do the crows. You say you did all this for Treviso, Avenchi. To protect it. But you never really believed in it.
What would you know about the city I love?
If Rook hadn't stopped the governor in time. Rook! I should have wine. We should toast you.
Evenchi is dead. The comic is being disposed of. All thanks to you.
The garrison's a mess.
Details.
The Antam remain, though with Evenchi gone, I think we will be able to persuade them to move on in the coming months.
People are being moved to safer areas outside the Blight. Crows have time now to patrol for Darkspawn.
It will take years, but we can plan for Treviso's future now that it has one.
Treviso would have fallen long ago if it really didn't have a chance.
I'm not so sure. A city is only as healthy as those who care for it.
You never gave up, Rook. We will repay that in full. But life is so dull if all we talk about are responsibilities. It is time to celebrate.
For our victory.
For Treviso's freedom.
For the crows.
What an excellent idea. Viago, dear, you mentioned something about getting us drinks?
I think we've done what we can for Treviso. We've shown everyone you can stand against the Antam and the Blight.
Need and knowledge.
Lucanus?
He looks just like me. Spite, I mean, when he manifests.
That makes sense, doesn't it? What's on your mind?
I've been thinking. Treviso is as safe as we can make it. So, when my contract to you is fulfilled, Spite and I will go our separate ways. Literally, I'm going to seek out a way to separate us, wherever that takes me.
What was it Nev said? That killing the demon in the Fade could do it?
Could. She says there are no guarantees. Besides, our circumstances are unique.
Because you and Spite were forced together.
And because I pay my debts, even to him.
If you could find a way, imagine what it could change. It would give hope to so many people.
I must start with one person. From what we've seen, changing the world is better done by degrees.
You sound like you've still got some doubts.
Being possessed. It's not like separating oil and water. Each element permanently infuses the other. Spite wears my face, uses my skills. I know I've grown stronger. So, say I cast out Spite with all he's learned from me. What then? What if I free myself, but unleash a true demon of Virantium?
A demon who's worked in a team, saved people, and made friends.
He'd lose them if I cast him out.
You keep saying that. Like you'd miss him.
He's been part of me. He'd be alone.
Spite will only be alone if he chooses to be. But you can't control that. All you can do is trust that you're making the right call. For both of you.
I know. But from someone else, it's easier to believe. And it's easier to see a future I can live with when this is done. To strike hardest, one must aim beyond the target. Let's end it, Rook. You and I and Spite, and all the fury we can muster.